Longest time no see. Salutations. Kevlar Kiss, Dr. Love, just cruising. Episode, whatever I said it is. Shut up. Talking about. It's been a long time. It's been a minute. So today we're gonna catch up on what's been going on. It's been a couple of months, no?
It has been a few months. I think. Yeah, I think it's been a month or two.
Before
February. Yeah, I think it's before Christmas.
No.
I think it was 2023. This one.
Happy New Year.
Likewise.
Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Chinese New Year. Dragon's New Year.
You're the dragon in that.
You see, Cisco is in trouble. Whenever I hear of the dragon, I think of
Unleash the dragon in that.
Unleash the dragon. I know you really wanna. People, can you hear me say, yeah?
It sounds so wrong. Unleash the dragon, you know.
Well, it was the innuendo from day one. Everything about Cisco back in the day was innuendo. Yeah, it was pause. It was very, very innuendo. It was like, yeah, it had to be sexual because remember, 90s pop. That's R&B's pop. Don't get me wrong. 90s pop was very, very beta-ish, simpish, sexual, innuendo. Oh no. Everything was it. You couldn't even just go, just sing a song about flowers. No. Had to be sexual flowers.
Sexual chocolate, yeah.
Sexual chocolate. Yeah. Anyway, Year of the Dragon, this is what it is. It's gonna be this year, right. I don't use the word feel a lot, do I?
You don't use the word
Feel a lot.
feel? No, you do not.
Alright, this year feels different. I say
sorry. Okay.
No, bro, please
I'm
shoot.
too excited. No, I had said the same thing. And I don't normally experience that, but literally from the start of this year I was like, it's like something in the air. Just there is a different,
You can taste it.
there's a different vibration.
Yeah. This year feels different in the sense that it's like you wake up, you go to bed on Monday, and you wake up on Tuesday, but everything about that day feels like Wednesday. It's a feeling.
I like the way you put that, because everyone's had that experience.
Everyone's had experience. It's a and it's a good feeling too. It's a good Wednesday feeling. It's not a, oh my gosh, bad Wednesday. It's not a Groundhog Day feeling. It feels more like everything you've worked on is gonna come together.
I'm so glad you're saying this.
It feels more like everything you've been focusing on is coming together. It feels more like everything you have manifested on is coming together. It feels more like a Ouroboros cycle. It feels more like things are coming full circle, whether you want to or not. It feels more like ordinarily you'd have to verbally manifest things. You have to say things for things to come to fruition. But now you just have to think it. That's what it is. Like literally, before you have to write it down, you have to say it, you have to chant it like a wizard or a witch would. But now, because words are wizardry, you have to say things. But now it feels more like you've been promoted from being a wizard to a sorcerer. You've been promoted from being a witch to a sorceress, because the difference in sorcery and witchcraft is words and movement and physical dancing, but sorcery is metaphysical. It's thought process. You think it becomes. That's the scary part about it. So the positive part of it is when you think positive, it will come to pass. And it's not even just come to pass, it will come to pass on you as a person, and it will be delivered in tenfold as well on the other side. So if you're thinking good about other people, the good shall be passed to them, and it shall be passed to you as well. But now here's the switch. If you are thinking bad of people, they will get a hint of the bad, but it will come back to you in tenfold. Just thoughts. Just the thoughts about it. You haven't got to say anything anymore. That's the vibe of this year. It's weird. You can't explain it. I can't explain it. It's just there.
And you've sensed that right from the start of this year.
January 1st.
This is wild. Like, the reason I said I'm happy you're saying this is because I've had the same sense of things myself. Like, this year started and it was like, oh, I've got like a new year feel. Because normally the first day of the year, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's a new year. But I could physically feel like this is different. There's something different. I can't explain exactly what it is.
Right.
And if you look at the world right now,
right,
there's a lot of reasons to be like concerned, right? They're like, okay,
yes,
are we on? Is this World War III? Has World War III already begun? Like, there's a whole bunch of different things going on. But even with all of that, I still feel very positive about this year.
Nice.
I have like a really strong positive feeling, and as you were saying, in terms of like things coming together, I have the same thing. Like, it's almost like years of different disciplines and, you know, investments you've made on this or learning or whatever. It's like it's culminating to something now, to hit a different peak. And I see it when I'm writing now. Like, my writings, it's just different. It's a different level. And I think it's partly because I write every day, but just the stuff is coming to me like downloads. Sometimes I'm walking down the road and it'll be there in like a minute or two, like completed piece. It's just like, boom, there you go.
Funny you say that.
There you go.
Funny.
It's like, what?
Yeah, I had the same thing this morning. I'm working, I'm doing everything. I'm messaging this person, messaging PJ, calling this person, client and everything. But then something, again, I get a download.
Yeah. Like fully formed.
Dude, fully formed download. And right there, I was like, okay, I have to pause everything.
Stop.
Now,
Yeah, you go.
just open it, start pouring it down. And I'm saying, like, so, you know how we do is, okay, this is the beginning, this is the end. It's not for you. You know, the beginning, this is the end, this is the in-between. Write it backwards. Boom. That was it. And all that information, that 5-year, 10-year information, I got it in 2 seconds.
This is what I'm saying. It's like an accelerated.
So it's like, I got the beginning, I got the end, I got the middle, but now it's like, okay, you now put your soul into it. Put your idea into it. Put your design into it the way you can. And everyone goes, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Okay, I'll help you. You and I can do boxing for 20 years together. The same gym, the same coach, the same fighting style, the same feeling style, the same everything, the same everything. Guess what? When it comes time to fight, you and I are gonna fight differently. And guess what? When you try to fight like me, you're gonna lose. When I try to fight like you, I'm gonna lose. Why is that? I am lying about myself to myself. I'm trying to copy you when you have your own being, soul, entity, individual. That's the magic about it. So I get the general download, and now it goes, okay, now this is where I put me into it, where I give it life.
Okay.
Magic. So you learn boxing, you learn the basics, you learn the advanced, but then to get to the next level, you have to put yourself into it. Your understanding, your flicker jab, your slip, your roll, the way you move, that's when you put your own self into it. See what I'm saying? So when I teach, say for combat sports as a whole, when I teach, I don't teach you to fight like me. No. I teach you to fight like a better version of you.
Yeah, and that's rare.
I give you your tools and I go, okay, good, now repeat that 1,000 times. And I want to see you do it. And I see you doing it, and like, yeah, you're doing good. Now just tweak this. That's it. Tweak this. That's it. Don't do it like me. No. I do it this way. You do your way. Just tweak it that way to make it better for you. Because that's you. That's your own being. It's your thing, and you enjoy it more that way. Same thing about that whole download. Like, yeah, I got download, boom, write it down, type it down, get it down now.
Yeah.
Because if I don't take that, someone else will.
I've seen that happen too.
There you go. You're gonna get the gift. If you like, take it. If you like, don't take it. I'll give somebody else. Simple as that. If you don't want this, okay, someone else gets it.
What's your take on this manifestation, this like effortless manifestation level? Because I'm experiencing more of that too, where I think about something and someone answers the question. Like I don't even need to ask the question, and I've consciously done this a few times recently, where I've thought, I want this person to reach out, or just something like that, and then it happens. Sometimes the next day, sometimes a few days. But I'm getting to this point, like you said, where it's effortless.
Yes.
How would you explain that? What do you think's happening there, where things are coming without you having to like consciously, like physically, make it happen?
I'll give you the simple version and the complex version.
Please.
Simple version. We are connecting more these days, especially when we are less online and when we are less chemically induced, say drugs, tobacco, alcohol, whatever it is. The less we have of that, the more we connect with people generally. And the thing about men like you, men like I, we talk to people, look them in the eye, we connect with them. That's connection. A lot of combos happen and there's no eye-to-eye connection. When there's no eye-to-eye connection, there's no connection. You don't connect to the grid. There's a grid. There's a human grid. The human grid has been there since the beginning of time. It's the internet for the internet. Our software hardware is connected. We look eye to eye, we connect. Right. That's what it is. So again, this new year, new situation, connections are getting stronger on one side, and on this side getting weaker as well. There's going to be a great divide, whether you like it or not. I've known this since 2010. I've known it for the last 14 years. A time will come where there'll be a great divide, and the time is literally next door.
In terms of consciousness,
and your mental determines your physical. So the divide will be so great that those who are nowhere near your level of thinking, they would appear almost invisible, like not attractive, just like they don't exist at all.
You know,
does that make sense?
I'm getting chills again.
So you're gonna have so much of deep connections with smaller circles.
This is what's happening right now.
That it becomes a bubble to yourself that my community is good. I've got everything I need here. I don't need this. I've got my architect here. I've got my engineer here. I've got my plumber here. I've got my electrician here. It's here. I've got my grocer here.
It's like a tribe almost, right?
You're beginning to have a tribe. And even if you don't have it, that person in your circle has, I trust that grocer. So go to that grocer. I trust that tribe is happening. Whether it's consciously, subconsciously, or unconsciously, it's happening. Whether you like it or not, whether you feel like it or not, I don't care. It's happening. There's a connection, and this connection couldn't happen years ago because the human brain was not ready for that download. That's it. There's now a massive upload and download frequency, which is crazy. Example, I could upload information, and before you get the information, it will take like 2 or 3 years to get information. As in, it's there, but it will take you 3 years for your brain to get the information. Now, Monday I'll upload, Monday you get the information. It makes sense to you now. It's not, there's no enforcement. It makes sense to you now. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Today, more than ever, I could speak to someone and say something to somebody in a different language than they know, but they understand what I'm saying to them. Just like that. I can say to them in a language they've never heard in their life a thing, but they get it. Now, when I teach a language, I'll teach a language and I'll say it verbally, and I'll do it physical as well. Like, okay, da 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 da. Okay, this means come, this means whatever it is. But then I say it without moving my hands, without any body language at all. I'll say the words. Their brain gets it. Their brain gets it because that person, their ancestor, their history, their background comes from that language I speak was the language that their great grandfathers said 1,000 years ago, 2,000, 4,000 years ago. It's an old language. Thousands of years ago. But their brain knows it, but they don't know it. Because they have memory in every DNA strand. They have untapped memory. This is humanity. So all this frequency, I feel like blah 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 things, you are beginning to wake up this year. You're beginning to recollect this year. You're beginning to remember this year. It's not clear, but memories are flooding in, trickle by trickle. So some things, even if it's your first time doing it, they don't seem unfamiliar. They don't seem weird. They don't seem new. Brother.
Jeez.
We could do this all day.
Jeez.
We can do this all day.
Yeah, you're speaking my experience, man. That's the trippy thing. I'm like,
that's the trippy thing. That's the. So thing is, I don't talk most times because most brains don't get it.
Yeah.
Most brains can't get it. They go, oh, let's talk about this celebrity, that celebrity. I was like, it makes sense to you, not to me. I get what you're saying, but I'm not there. I'm way not there.
The first thing that struck me listening to you was when you said people who aren't on your frequency, it's like they'll become invisible.
Yeah.
There's a number of people who've just disappeared.
Like, dude,
and there's no conversation that's been had. There's no argument. There's no nothing. They're just
But even if you're listening something, like you're physically there, but your brain is logging off. You're like mentally signing out to a point of where you're irritated.
Log out.
Yeah, man. It's like, nah, I'm out. It's like, nah, I can't do this, man. I need to go. You understand?
Is that the time?
You know?
Oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. And also, like, I can feel, like, on a deep level, like, my spirit it wants, like, you know, when we hang out, I talk with you and PJ, like, it wants to have those kinds of levels of conversations and interactions. And the circle has definitely been getting smaller, do you know what I mean? And it just feels way more whole. My interactions feel more whole, they feel more meaningful.
Feel satisfied.
And more satisfying, yeah. It's like simpler. Like life, I feel like things are becoming more simple for me as well. It's like
dieting. It's like eating good food.
Yes. Instead of being like, oh, I want 600 things. Do you know, it reminds me again of, you know, that whole thing, Kitchen Nightmares, where he goes into the restaurant and they've got like 600 things on the menu, and he's like, no,
yes,
5 things. And they're like, 5 things? 5 things. And then they just make those things really, really well. Do you know what I mean? And they become known for that, and they thrive because there's a level of clarity to it. Like that's how my experience is becoming more now.
Yes. It's gonna happen. It's happening. It's good. It's supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen now. It was meant to happen last year or 2 years ago. It was meant to happen now. And that's the magic about it. It's good. It's fine. It is what it is. If it happened earlier, you wouldn't get it.
Yeah, you're right. I think
It would be a waste of message. It's good. But what that means is basically you are getting the message because that means it's your duty to teach others. One of the best things in this life you can do is teach. That's it.
You know, what's interesting and connected to that is when I'm writing poetry, part of it is sometimes almost like sharing things that I'm learning or understanding on a different level. And sometimes I think, is poetry the place for that? I always think an artist's role is to ask questions. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to giving answers to people, because that's how people learn. Is from you asking questions.
You know what I dislike?
Tell me.
Oh, you do poetry? Say something.
I get that all the time.
Oh, you do blah blah blah. Show me.
What's your version of that? Do they ask you to do like a move or something? If you tell them you teach, do they ask you to be like show them a technique or?
Well, I think I get the ones who want to, like playfully shadow box, like, yeah, I bet you kick my ass. I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, well, it's fine. No, you kick my ass. I'm scared. Oh my gosh, it's fine. It's that one for me is like, it's playful banter. But I see that a lot more often. Oh, you do blah blah blah. Show me some. Oh, you're a surgeon. Stab me.
Cut me open, yeah.
No, hey.
Recently, a couple times I have because I always used to just say, no, I'm good. I'm not here to like just be some clown or whatever. But lately, a couple times I have shared something, and usually they're like, oh shit. They're like, I didn't expect it to be any good. They're like, or they'll say something like, I'm glad it was good because I thought I was gonna have to like pretend to like it.
Wow. I'll be like, you dare?
So
How
funny.
dare you underestimate my... It's that, man. It's that. I think the focus for everyone is to be better. Whatever you're doing, just be better at it. Because people tend to have a worry about what tomorrow is like. Oh my gosh, tomorrow, I don't know what I'm doing in my life tomorrow. I'm here today, tomorrow is not unsure. Yeah, it's supposed to be unsure about tomorrow. Because if you were sure about tomorrow, you would have all the answers, then you miss the whole point of life in itself. The whole point of life is not the destination but the journey.
Yes.
The destination is death. Forget what you think. That's destination is death. You understand? The journey starts at life, ends at death. The end. I don't think.
I love that.
That's it.
I love
No matter how you want to vampire this, forget about it. It's just what it is. It starts at. This is the truth. It starts at life, at being born, ends at dying. That's destination. The magic is the in between.
Yes.
What did you think between life and death? Did you enjoy? Did you set examples? Did your presence in someone's life make tomorrow better? Did your influence in life ensure a greater future for your people? That's what it is. I asked this question to someone a while back and I said, are you scared of death? And she was like, yes. And I go, okay, what exactly are you afraid of death? Like, specify what the fear is. What exactly are you afraid of death? People don't think about that. Why does death scare you? The answer, well, I had to go deeper, like a lot of questions with that. So what eventually came out to was more of a, if I die, what she said was like, if I die, I don't know what my son's gonna do.
Okay.
At that time, she had a 6-year-old boy. I don't know I don't know what's gonna happen with my son. And I go, okay, if that's your fear, what exactly do you mean? Do you mean that you don't know who's gonna bury you, who's gonna pay for the funeral? You know, what is it? Okay, that one as well, but who will look after your son after you're gone, right? Yes, understood. Now, is it a financial thing, a parental thing? What exactly is it? Because guess what? You're going to die. Oh, don't say that, Kes. I'm going to say it again. Fight me. I say what I said. You're going to die eventually. But one of the ways to not fear death is to make sure that when you are gone, after you're gone, you have set things in place so that your kids don't have to worry. I say this all the time. You don't fear death. You fear what you didn't do in life. You fear that you didn't leave things behind. You fear that you didn't live your best life. That's what it is.
That's the first thing I thought of when you.
That's what it is. Yeah. You're afraid that you didn't live your best life. What do you mean? You're afraid that you lived every day in fear. You didn't do everything you possibly could every day. Trust me on this. When you live your best life every day, which means what? Do one thing every day that scares you. Living your best life is not buying perfume. Say my African father accent. Living your best life is not buying perfume. It's not buying makeup. It's not buying Gucci bag. Living your best life, I'm telling you now, all of you. You understand? What you laughing at?
Tell them.
I'm telling you now, Listen to me. I'm telling you.
Listen.
Bro, you got to say the T in it. You got to say listen to me. That's English. Stop it.
Listen.
So, listen to me. I'm talking to you. Yeah, so you say you got to pronounce everything. One. Even, you can't say don't. Say do not.
Do not.
You can't say can't. I cannot.
It's more powerful, actually.
Say plus and you have to also use it with one finger, not two fingers. So
one finger.
That's gang sign. Pop out. No. One finger.
One finger.
Listen to me. So, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so living your best life is do one thing every day that scares you. Make yourself 1% better every day. Whatever you're doing, just 1% better every day. Simple.
That's the one.
A little bit more. That's it. One of my clients was saying to me yesterday, "Oh, I run 1.5K every day." That's brilliant. I said, "No, don't feel bad, because my thing is, if you're a fighter and you're off season, you've got to be doing your 2.5, 3K, 4K, 5K. Understand? Something like that." And I'm like, "No, you're fine. You're doing 1.5K daily. That's great. What you want to do is do that for a couple of weeks. My thing is consistency. And then week 3, do 2K. That's it. Do 2K till you feel comfortable. Then 2.5K. Then 3K. What it is quite simple. It's not the 3K, 2K, 7K. It's the fact that you've done it every day and your body has acclimatized to that level of intensity. That's it. It does that by doing it every day. Dude, it's so simple.
I'm curious to know how you maintain that 1% in your training, because you've been training for a long time now. So I guess I'm curious to know how do you still find ways to just still kind of level up what you're doing after training for decades?
For myself personally, I constantly switch it up.
Okay. Different focus, different
styles, different countings, different reps and sets, different numberings. So I might do 100 kicks left, 100 kicks right one day. The next day I'll do 10 left, 10 right, 10 sets. Same number, different breakdown. Next time, 20 left, 20 right, 5 sets.
Okay. Same
number, breakdown. But then I now shrink the time I do it. So I'll do the same thing, but let's do it in less time now. And then I now have to beat my last time. Simple as that. I know, sounds so easy. Not so easy.
1% thing, man, it's really been on my mind more and more recently. And you're the one that kind of reminded me, because I'd heard of the concept before, but you've spoken on it a number of times, and now it just seems like almost like the only way forward, because you can't always do these quantum leaps. Like those kind of come anyway, I find.
New Year resolutions.
Yeah, like they come anyway. Like if you're making that little incremental progress, you'll have certain moments where it's like boom, you'll jump out, you're like, oh wow. But if you try and like constantly like push, it's not sustainable. You get burnt out, or you lose the energy or whatever it is. But that like incremental thing, like there's no excuse for you to not just edge a little bit incrementally. Do you know what I mean? And
see that,
and it's satisfying to make that progress.
That thing about that incremental movement is progressive overload, but it's progressive. Because if you go ham on Monday,
this is what I used to do.
Is that if you go ham on Monday or the first month, what happens is you've put too much, not a lot, you've put too much effort in that thing. So you are now slowly mentally scarring yourself. So you need a lot of energy to get that thing done. When you're doing it casually on a daily basis, it becomes your norm.
Yes.
There's no effort to it. There's no stress and or strain. You just do.
It becomes part of who you are.
It becomes part of who you are. It becomes you. Just go and just do. There's no stress whatsoever. Just do it. Oh, this is easy. Yes. It's always been easy. You've just been hard to yourself. So yeah.
It's crazy actually when you think about it.
I know.
Because the time passes quite quickly. So next thing you know, it's like 6 months have passed, and it's like, oh, it's 180 days of this.
Same thing. And you don't see the results.
Damn, not at first you
until everyone else sees it. Everyone sees it but you. Because you're living with yourself. You're in that skin. So you don't see it at all. You never see it. Everyone goes, you look different. Like, just same old me. Same old G. We will grow step by step, piece by piece, ladder by ladder. So good. I love it. My main thing is just for this month, for this year, for this new beginning, I would like to see a bit more unity. That's it. I don't give a rat's ass about whatever. I would like to see a bit more unity. I would like people to be more united than they were last year. There's a power in unity. There's a power in togetherness. It's unexplainable, but you will not understand it until you do it. Until it's being done to you. There's a power in unity, and it's so brilliant, so wonderful. People don't get it. Not at all.
Going back to what we were talking about before we started rolling, we live in a time now where with social media and the internet, there's so much buzz and hype created around conflict.
Yes.
And so, when you watch these podcasts and these panel shows, it's like almost always showing you, arguments, disagreements, this person's beefing with this person. So it's like, it creates a lot of attention because people are really drawn to that conflict.
Humans have a negative bias.
100%.
There's a lot of poison to it. And moreover, the selling point is, if you created more conflict in your videos, you get more followers.
Yes.
If you get more followers,